Hey everybody, Jeff B, and you have reached my channel. Hanging out in the fish room tonight. Have moved the geophagus into a different tank. This is the 125 I was setting up. This 125 is actually intended for the Thunderline Royals, but I mean obviously right now they're too small. So what I'm doing is using this as a space for some grow out and spawning. These geophagus, I don't know if they're ready. I don't know that they're ready yet. So I'm going to give them a little space to spread their wings. Everything did come with them because I have the silver dollars truly separated. But I want to see just with the change in commotion. The other stuff I have in here: black ghost knifefish, the two plecos. The only thing you'll really ever see is the Oopu Akupa right here. Other than that, everything else stashes in the tubes, etc., etc. And I like that. So that gives a little bit less action in the tank. Maybe that'll motivate them to explore and feel territorial, and maybe try and see if they can pair off a bit. The silver dollars, as I mentioned, are completely separated behind me in the top 125, but you probably can't see what I'm trying to show you. But they are there. The only thing in that tank with them right now is a blue Akara I just couldn't catch. That was giving me such a pain in the ass earlier, so I decided to blow that off and just get them later. Not worried about it. Try and close in up on these guys here. These fish were incredibly easy to collect for the most part out of that 125. I find that if I don't move the net very fast and just gently try and scoop them up, oftentimes the fish are a little less prone to running away. That is absolutely the case with these fish. Matter of fact, some of them almost seem to swim towards it, which I felt was really cool. As opposed to some of those catches which are just impossible and frustrating, and frustrating for the stock in the tank too. Talking about that Oopu, check this guy out. There is a couple, there's a mosquito fish and a couple of guppies in this tank that I was just having to kind of hold it down in the meantime. And boy, oh boy, does he want to eat them. So he's actually having a lot of fun trying to learn how to stock them and go through that process. So that is happening. Where's the one that's not feeling so good? This one here. This guy right here is not feeling so good. The one center stage there. Kind of breathing a little heavily, a little destruction to his tail that you can see. And what I am finding is that, I don't know if it'll come out, but there's a little darkness in the area. Ooh, how am I going to point? Right there. Ooh, that's complicated. Two hands, boy, I tell you what. So that area right there, there's a little darkness to it, almost as if it's bruised deeply, or if the fish is sort of darkened due to stress. This is compared to the others. Now, I don't know if this is sort of the odd man out, and they're picking on him, and he's stressed out and feeling it, or if it's not feeling well. I don't know how to call it. I don't see very much pecking. Matter of fact, I've only seen it happen once today, and I kind of was just kicking it, cleaning up in here and doing some stuff. So I want to keep my eye on this fish. I am going to add a little bit of Melafix or whatever to the tank, just to add a little bit of just something to aid if it is just fin damage. I want to make sure that gets worked on lickety split, so the fish doesn't have to deal with too much stress. But anyway, let's back it up, and yeah, they there, pretty stoked. That is Bash's old house, so I'm going to go ahead and keep that. This right here is the pot that I purchased for Lava Girl to stash away from Purple, should she desire doing that. But then I didn't think about it in the space. Here, I'll show you. That space is short. I didn't consider it short, but I didn't take into consideration how tall that pot is, and so it doesn't fit in there. So I just sort of absorbed that and moved on to the next thing today. Now, after some time, what I think I might do is use that piece right there, or I might have some stuff in the backyard. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just not worried about it right now. Terracotta is not on the endangered species list. Let's go ahead and give you some little extra bonus here. Let's look at 120. 120 is such a kick-ass tank, dude. I love this tank. I really do. Take a look at this fish. I want you to look at the depth of color in this fish. I know this will look a little grainy because of the lack of light and whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I think you'll still be able to see it. Just look at the depth of color in that fish. It's just amazing. You'll also notice his tail there is a little roughed up. That is from being in the tank with Kitty, the catfish, for a little too long. So that's the last of the damage that's growing back. And doing okay. This tank probably could use a little Melifix too. Just a little. Or even something a little lighter. Whatever that aloe-based one is, I can't really remember. So that's my little bonus for you. Want to keep it going? Ooh, double bonus. Big Perv. Perv, I tell you what, his color's really set in. I'm super stoked on it. He's just looking so good right now. Super, super good right now. I'm into it. She's testing. She's got a little nip on her head. She got a little flap of skin flip-flopping on her head, because I have seen her test him a bit. Interestingly enough today. Like a woman will do. So he's going to have to work on his self-control. And I'm going to have to work on getting the right pot in there to make sure no damage ensues that can't be undone. But they're a cute couple. I mean, sorry, this probably looks like I'm filming it with a toaster. Yeah. Gotta have light. Want a movie? That's great, but you gotta have light. This is pretty free form. I don't know what the hell we're gonna call this video. What would you call this? Dicking around in the fish room. Put these two on. Put these two on blast, let them run around a little bit. See, there's a little flap on top he caused. Flip flop. Fuck around. Shouldn't poke the. Don't poke the bear, baby. That's the true stuff. Come on, big head guy. You can't even get your whole big ass head in the picture, Mr. Big Head. Big head. Fucking big head. Huh, Bubba guy. Huh, Bubba guy. Who's my big Bubba guy? Yeah. Who's Bubba guy? Let me guess. You want to bite my finger? I can, bro. Beautiful. Beautiful, my fish. Something about it, too. You know, I think it's as much the texture as it is the color and the variance in color. It really is. Well, for me, anyway. There's just so much to them when I get up close like that. Do you know what I'm saying, people? Oh, yeah, I know, buddy. How you are. I know how you are. How about a girl? Oh, a bite to the head. And I think that is going to happen. Unfortunately. I want to send out a mahalo to one of my viewers for calling me out on it and educating me on my own fish. This is in fact a gold base fader. I called it a red base fader in the last video, which was not accurate. Thank you very much for letting me know that I screwed it up, because I did. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. One family. My family of fish keepers. Different countries. Different religions. Different cultures. Just trying to be good fish keepers. Not too shabby. It's a good scene. It's a good scene, and I'm grateful to be a part of it, and I want to say thank you. Oh, but we're not done. No. Let's keep it moving. Let's check this angle. A little bit of a different action here. I know this is a little not very aesthetically pleasing, and that's okay. That tank's supposed to be a little more function than anything else. Let's check out these turkeys here. Mr. Turkey, this is my main troublemaker in this tank. Such a fucking punk. He's just got nothing to do but mess with everybody. Food comes down, mess with everybody. Everybody's just chilling, he's got to mess with everybody. Got a fish here 4 times the size, 2-3 times the size. Totally willing to just chill out with him. All he wants to do is peck at the big fish, and the big fish is still just chill. Chill. Because he's peacekeeper. And this mean little son of a bitch, I tell you what, I can't wait. By the time he's 6 inches, he's going to be intolerable. Might have to put his ass in the purple, just to keep him in check. Now, I did not notice how I did not say bash. I said purple. Bash would rip his ass up. I know this is kind of a junk thing to say, but I like when this fish is irritated or in minor distress, because I really like his stripe pattern. And then, of course, Peacekeeper. My most beautiful Peacekeeper. My chill one. Don't want no trouble. He don't want no trouble. Wants everyone to play nicely. But do they? Sometimes. See what I mean? Eating that purdy. Do something real weird. We'll skip on over here. Look at Team Guppy here. What's going on with Team Guppy? Check me out. I'll check them out. It's my little guppies. I'm doing these as they're pretty multi-purpose. I use them when I'm trying to hold the cycle on a tank while I'm moving. If I move fish around for a little bit, take them out of the situation. I don't want the cycle on the tank to just break down completely. So sometimes I'll use these guys. Very, very intermittently, I will use them as food, or what do you call that? fun. Basically, give the fish something to do. Hunt these guys down, smash them up. And then also as a small breeding project, I have some guppies that I had gotten from a friend that then are starting to spawn with the guppies that I have currently, or had rather. And they're kind of creating a new version of themselves. And nothing is super special. I mean, it's definitely not anything I would charge for, but it's kind of fun, you know, to play with and to see what happens to them and watch what colors come out of them. And they're pretty dope. It's a fun way to approach understanding genetics and yeah. Books. What else can we take a look at over here while we're here? Black Nasties, or the Haitiensis. Let's check these guys out. I haven't checked these guys out in a minute. So pretty. Pretty little fishes. This one right here is kind of the one I'm interested in the most. I think this is going to be my big impressive male. See, you can start catching those little colors in this fin. A little blue sheen. And that's sort of very, even for maybe an inch and a quarter, that hump is nice and pronounced. Their body patterns are always a little jacked up, so I like that. It's a little ruffian, kind of ruffian status. I like that. This tank needs to get cleaned. I was kind of supposed to do that today, but I let my days off be days off sometimes. The honeydew list is non-stop, so if you don't steal a little time for yourself and just chill, well, some of you know. And there's different opinions on the situation. It's whatever. It's kind of whatever. We all end up dead. But not to end up getting all morbid on you. So these are the Haitiensis, or the Black Nasties. These grow into some pretty funky looking rugged cichlids. I'm pretty excited to have a couple of them. I do plan on getting some more, along with some more Argentea, because I like to keep a couple different species in here that I can rotate. And, you know, if I can't keep colonies, I want to go through and find the best and kind of keep those, and then work on forming pairs and yada, yada, yada. Sorry, I'm kind of showing this. I wish I hadn't here. Let's just get out of the way. I should clean all that. So now that you've really taken a look at it, let's look back at the fish. Come on, why are you picking, bro? It's making me hard to film, bro. You fuck, I want to get up on you. But if you keep chasing her, we're losing focus, bro. See, I want to just check you out. You don't have to go and fuck with her every time, bro. We're not worried about her. You and I don't need to. You nor I. Let's just focus on what we're looking at. So I know he's gonna do it. Boom! See if you get ahead of you, Dorcas. See, whenever she tries, if I see her move, I should just film her because he sees her too, and he's gonna act a fool. Act the fool, you punk. I know what you're doing. You're not helping anything. Bruh, I like to kick you in your head. Whoop. There. Hang on, buddy. Hang on, buddy. What that? I know a lot of less brave YouTubers would probably edit a lot of this out and just give you the highlights, but you know what? Creativity is varied. And since I spend a lot of... Ow! What is that? Something bit me. Fucking mosquitoes. Getting bombarded with mosquitoes in here. I usually feel a mosquito though, it's kind of weird. I'm going to go to bed. Good night.